what they did back in the 1950s. They would put the drywall on an angle there, and then they would trowel with this slope. So you can see the slope there. And every room in the house is done that way. It's actually very vintage. So I have to do actual measurements now. So the old house, this is the flooring from the old house. I'm going to leave that flooring in there because it probably has asbestos in it. And then you can see this gap right here, because what they did is they put a 1x4 at the bottom of the plate, because the drywall behind here is only 1/4 inch drywall with a 1/2 inch concrete or plaster. So they put that board there so they know what to trowel to. So this is actually concrete. You can even see a little sample of it here. So the drywall is actually about 3/8, and then there's about, what's more like 5/16, and then there's about 7/16 worth of this concrete board behind it, and then plaster in front of it. So maybe there's 3/8 of concrete and then 1/16 of plaster, and that's what the wall's made out of. But on this one here, so the old plug for the stove used to be right there. This was the old plug. So I moved the plug over to here, so behind the range. This plug doesn't work actually because rats have chewed through the wire. So we got to get the electrician back in here, redo some wiring. So we're going to put a plug here. We're going to put a plug here. And because we've got a crawl space, we're going to run brand new wire all the way back to the home and we're going to do this properly. So these will have 2 separate circuits. Same with this plug, we'll have 2 separate circuits. This will be a designated fridge plug. We've got a cabinet that's going up here. That's going to be about that high. And then I'll do a filler piece on the top that kind of blends in with that round wall there. And then there'll be a filler piece there, and then the fridge slides right in here. Then I've got 2 shelves to do, so one about here. So I'll do 3 separate holes so we can move the shelf from here over to there, and then same thing up here. 3 separate shelves here. The back of this, I'm going to do wainscoting in this one area right here. Same with this, wainscoting back here, with again 2 shelves that can move up and down. These will get drawer fronts on it. So the drawer fronts will go right to the middle of the point of here, to the outside here. These will have 2 cupboard doors with 1 shelf below. Same with this. This will have a drawer front, 1 or 2 shelves down below. Probably just 1 shelf will be fine. And this cupboard door will open that way, and the drawer front. Then the piece of granite is right here. It's actually 1 inch bigger than what we need. So I've got a blade, I'm going to cut the granite down 1 inch to fit in this space right here. When we bought the house, the previous owner had decided to replace all the countertops, and I was stuck with, on this one wall, the fridge and the stove, and a 13-inch piece of granite and a 43-inch piece of granite. So that kind of determined the size of the cabinets, what I was going to do. And there was no cabinets above, but we needed more cupboard space. So we decided to make one cabinet 41 inches wide and the other one 12 inches wide, and it all fit. And then I did uppers to match. I'm putting this cabinet above the fridge. Well, something's got to hold the other side of the fridge, and we want to have a filler piece beside the fridge. So I'm putting some blocks in here to make sure that that it holds that filler piece, because as you push the fridge in, you want to make sure you got a nice piece of cabinet on the side to support that look. Otherwise, you can kind of see beside the fridge. also got a hood fan. That's a 24-inch hood fan. Or did we go 28? No, 26. So the hood fan is going to be somewhere about right here. Some people put the cabinet like we're above the hood fan and they put one of those install hood fans. We wanted to have a hood fan that's got, you know, freestanding hood fan that goes fluted up to the top there. We're stuck with 30 inches in between. So we had to get a hood fan. It's to come, only 28 inches wide. It's a stainless steel hood fan. Actually, I think it's white. We're gonna put the hood fan in there and it's gonna go against this wall here, right above the stove. And yeah, and then it's gonna go into the drop and out the drop, out through the laundry room. So in this area here, I'm gonna have a drop ceiling across here. It's gonna have the bathroom fan, the hood fan, and the dryer vent. It's gonna go through the roof here and then out into the soffit. I'll have 3 separate sections in the soffit, as well as a return air. I might do a return air down here so that there's, you know, fresh air coming into the house, into this room. So up here we found rat poo. So there's a bunch of rats that have been running around. The previous owner must have had food scraps everywhere in the house, so rats have been running rampant in here. So we're going to mitigate the rat problem by closing up all the spaces in the crawl space area, sealing it up, insulating it, and then going around the house making sure all the holes are closed up. And obviously we're not going to have food laying around. This room is going to have a bathroom. So this house we bought, it's a 1,300 square foot house. It's got 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. But the laundry room is 8 by 9. So we're going to make a small powder room, a 2-piece bathroom, toilet, and sink in the laundry room area. And that'll really help with, you know, if a young family moves into that house, they're going to need more than 1 toilet or more than 1 sink for that house. So we're going to design a small bathroom. It's just going to have a toilet on one side, a sink on the other. Olivia's going to pick out the faucet, the sink, the toilet, the flooring, the style of door, the paint colors. It's going to look amazing. So we're going to put a toilet here and a sink here with a wall down the center. And we're going to put our hot water tank that's going to go here. Eventually we're going to do hot on demand, so it'll be up on the wall. And then we're going to do our stacker, washer, and dryer right here. This floor, I don't know if you can see, but there's an old line on the wall here. So the house before it got moved here in the 1970s probably had a basement. So this was the staircase that went down into the basement. So the floor joists underneath here are only built out of 2x4. So I'm going to tear this section of floor out of here, rebuild it with proper joists, and then I'm going to have a proper trap door that opens. It'll be probably 36 by 36. It'll open like this with a nice set of stairs down to the crawl space. And if you want to take a look down in the crawl space here, so this is our crawl space. And as you can see, there's no concrete slab down there. It's all gravel. And in this location right here, you can see there's no foundation right there. This is the outside of the house right here. So we've got rats coming in through a hole on the side there. That's where the old dryer vent went. So we're gonna redo that. We're gonna try to eliminate, pour a new foundation right here, pour a cement slab in the crawl space, and have it a little more friendly to get in there. I'll tell you one thing. I'm not a designer by any means. I'm the builder. My wife Olivia, she's the designer. She picked this color. I think it's amazing. It's nothing I would have picked. I probably would have just went all white, or I would have stained it all probably. That's just what I do. But she's got this eye for color and design. Put the white cabinets up top and the green cabinets down below. Man, it really goes to that countertop. And we're gonna do wainscot behind the cabinet. So there'll be like a beadboard kind of behind the cabinets that go up.
Went with an earthier tone green because the countertop is not the nicest looking, but it's granite for rental. That's what you want, is durability. So there's no point in changing it. So I tried to make sure that to complement that brown granite.
Everyone needs a great design in their life. Good for me, it's my spouse. We go perfectly hand in hand. I can build it, she designs it. Looks amazing. Flies on your head. The fly has been landing on us.
That's the fridge hole. You want to hear something funny?
Do one of these from the drawer too.